What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we have the Vespers host guide, so go ahead and load in. But before we get into the guide, we are still doing the giveaway, okay? Don't unsubscribe just because we haven't reached 500 subs yet. If the quicker we get to 500 subs, if we get to 480, I'll give away one of the copies first, and then at 500, I'll give away another copy, if that makes it better for you guys, because we're at 465 subscribers. Stick around, subscribe to the channel, that's how you enter. Comment down below the final shape giveaway. The giveaway comes with the annual pass as well, so that way you can get access to the content from the episodes. As well as I'm going to be giving away, within the next couple of weeks, a copy of the Dungeon Key. So those of you who want to do Vespers Host can do Vespers Host. Now, I could do a dungeon giveaway for all the other dungeons too. If you guys don't have them, let me know down below. But anyways, guys, let's hop right into it. So we load into the instance. This is basically just Deepstone Crypt, except simplified. So what you're doing is you're going to hunt down these guys that have Operator and Scanner in the very first room. I do not grab Operator, I grab Scanner. Operator, all you do is shoot the ones that, see, you're going to go over to here, and in the map, you're going to see how it's yellow, and then when you get close, if it's the right one, it will turn white, and then your operator needs to shoot the one that is the one you are standing at. So he's going to shoot that one, and then I'm going to go to the next one, and it turns white. That is the whole mechanic for Scanner and Operator. The only mechanic that is really different in this whole dungeon is going to be Suppressor, and we'll get into that when we get farther into the video. But this is a really stupid, like, you don't get any loot from this. You kind of just have to do it to unlock the first door. So we're just going to keep on going, and once that's done, you don't got to worry about banking these back into said recovery booth, but I did anyways just because. I mean, I don't know if it makes it easier later on in the dungeon to acquire these, but I did. Alright, so let's get to the next encounter. Alright, encounter number two. First encounter. This is the room. You're very familiar with it. There's going to be heart, brain, and lungs. Each one of these rooms contain a nuclear core. You're going to go and clear each room as a team. Bring back the nuclear core to middle where you start the encounter. I'm getting ahead of myself, I know, but listen, this is really easy. You can't fuck this shit up. It's physically impossible to fuck up this encounter. There is a glitch in the encounter that you could do that will give you 3 of the nuclear cores, so you don't gotta clear the room. There's lungs, brain, and heart to the right. And this is where you're gonna dunk. Not this little giant thing, the little control panels in the back. How do you do the encounter? Go up to it, start, kill the brig. You're going to be going after the buff yet again in this encounter. You're going to get Scanner first. You are then on a timer. You have to pick a room to go in. It does not matter the order. Pick any room, go into it, go ahead, and then get yourself going. And we're just sitting here killing shit because the guy hasn't spawned in yet. It takes a second. There's the buff on the ground right there. I see it. I'm going to run over and I'm going to pick it up. After punching him in the fucking face and my teammate getting in my way. So I'm going to go pick this up. We're going to do heart first. And I swear to God, nope. Fucking bumped me. So I'm like, alright, let's go do fucking brain then, since I keep getting fucking bumped. So you're going to go into brain. Yeah, as you can see, I'm on a timer. I kind of going to just ignore some of the ads as I'm on a timer. But not really. I'm just like, oh, kill them all. Be careful you do not fall into some of the holes when you are carrying the buff, or you'll have to go back to the first room and reacquire the buff. Same thing with the nuclear core. If you lose the nuclear core, you have to rinse and repeat and restart either the instance or go to another room and restart that way. You need to kill these 2 big sons of bitches. This will drop access into the next room for Operator. Operator should be to the left as soon as you walk in, and or on one of the guys that you are killing out here. And I waste my super, and I'm like, oh, that's a great place for it. That is not that is one they got to shoot. Same thing as before. It's this whole same mechanic. Get Operator, get Scanner. You shoot the panels that this Scanner is going to in the correct order. If you shoot the wrong panel, you will die. This will indeed cause you to wipe. You do not want to wipe. You can res, but if you end up shooting the wrong one, you might as well wipe because you look like an idiot. So you shoot all the right panels, and then the nuclear core will spawn. And once you get yourself that done, you're going to go ahead and dunk your buffs into the respected augment holders. Go back, pick up nuke. I'm getting orbs. Pick up the nuclear core. Make your way back to the spawn point of where you need to dunk. At this point, all you're doing is walking back safely. Your teammates are going to be the ones killing everything, and I almost fucked up here after dropping the core. You can drop it to reduce your radiation. You don't need to do it like Deep Stone Crypt where you make a line, but I almost fell to my death, and I almost fell into this hole again. You don't even need to jump there. There is a platform that literally is a bridge. You can just walk it. The only spot you need to jump is the beginning, but the rest of the rooms aren't like this. The rest of the rooms are a lot easier. This one's the biggest bitch because it has the holes in it. But just bring that nuke back, go in, fuck some shit up, you know, kill stuff. Hopefully by the time you get back with the nuclear core, your team has killed everything. If not, no big deal. So, the way you do the glitch, apparently, and I didn't realize this, I thought it worked like the other ones where you slam and then swap guns. No. So you don't drop the ball. As you're putting it in, your teammate grabs it. They take it from your hand, and that will dupe the ball. Alright, so that's the whole first encounter right there. And then you do that 3 times, a big-ass break will spawn, and you are done with the encounter, and a chest will spawn. We are now in the next little puzzle. What you're doing is the same thing, except without operator and scanner. You're going to get yourself a nuclear core, and in order to get power reserves on the left-hand side of the screen, we have 1 power reserve. What you're doing is you're opening and closing doors to get more power. The more you have, the better off, the more doors you can open, but sometimes if you have too much, you can't open certain doors or close certain doors that you need to close. Like right here, I tried to power that on, couldn't power that on, and I was like, oh shit, the fuck. So I see it came back, and then I'm going to turn around, and I'm pretty sure my teammate has opened that door for me. So there's number 2. You just got to explore. You got to go 1 through 5, I believe it is. For these, and they already dunked, so I'm like, oh, I can't dunk it. So you go out here, and 3 is right here on the corner. You dunk it. That is half the encounter. That's all you're doing. I'm not going to show the whole encounter because that's pointless. The next encounter is really stupid. As you can see, we're already in damage phase. Now, I didn't really figure. I figured, okay, I need to show this whole thing. All you're doing is going in here, killing shit, and then once the guy in the middle is dead that you need to kill, the servitor will teleport you up top. What you are doing up top is killing more stuff until the suppressor buff spawns in on a little shank. This guy is gonna die, and then we're gonna teleport. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Come on, die! If I know someone killed him before I got the chance, unless I did it. No, I did it. So. Here we go, we're teleporting. This room is a pain in the ass, just be careful because there's exploders, and if you don't kill them fast, you will die. Risk Runner is really good in this dungeon, by the way. If you guys are looking for a really strong weapon against any Fallen, pop on the Risk Runner. This is a really stupid, easy encounter. He's going to see you. If he sees you, he's going to try and integrate you, and that will insta-kill you if he integrates you. So be careful and just stay behind cover. Now, I'm going to run up and be stupid. There is my suppressor buff. I'm going to go over around, get stuck on the corner. I'm looking for it. There it is. I pick it up. Hit your grenade button. It's going to spawn a decoy. You then will attack the decoy. This will spawn in the main mechanic for this part, which is locating the guys that are covered in the blue aura around their servitor ball. You're going to then type it in to the chat, so that way you remember it. 1-4. Do nothing yet, because you cannot do anything with operator until you do the second phase of that. You're going to do that 2 times, and then it's damage phase. For damage, I highly recommend Warlocks use Song of Flame and or Nova Bomb, as with Nova Bomb, even threading, if you're running Prismatic, threadling would be even better, because it's burst damage. You're shooting it off, it's going to burst, it's going to make a bunch of little threadlings to go out and attack. Same thing with the Euphoria. I think that's how you pronounce the exotic from Salvation's End. If you have that, use that with the right helmet, and you'll have a whole bunch of threadling spawning. But I highly recommend using the Galahorn with the what's that called? War with Coil. This will then give you Wolfpack rounds, and you want as much burst damage as possible. As a hunter, I didn't know what to use because Tether is disabled in regular for some fucking reason still. But I was using Arc Staff build with the new chest piece rework on what the hell is that chest piece called? I use it all the time. I can't think of it. Raj's Harness, I think is what it is, which jolts enemies and stuff on top of having your super that does a lot of stuff. So rinse, repeat, go back down, put the numbers in, then your operator will go and grab the operator buff, and then shoot the corresponding numbers. You want to shoot the ones that you put in chat. It's going to be 4 numbers. So for us, it was 1, 5, and 4, and 3, I think. So 1, 3, 4, 5, or something like that. Whatever your numbers are, shoot them. It does not matter the corresponding order of what you shoot them, as long as you shoot those numbers after second phase of gathering the information. Then once it's done, you're going to move into damage. Now be careful, because this jackass is going to pop a whole bunch of stupid ass exploding shank balls, and it's going to get me right there, because I just couldn't get away with popping my grenade to get the damage phase to start. But just jump on in, go ahead, throw your supers out. You do not want to use Darth Sidious here. My buddy Tax is using it. It's not bad, but it's just not a lot of damage. So we get into this point, the shield comes back up, and we're like, fuck, what the hell? And then my teammate's like, oh, damage isn't over. And we're like, oh, really? So we go back in and just lay waste. If you get down to that little bit, it seems to be that the game just automatically is like a final stand. You don't have to go back and rinse and repeat and do those steps, which is nice. So you're also good to go on that. That is that whole encounter. Super simple. Nothing quite to it. The next encounter after this is a jump puzzle. We're going to skip that. There's nothing really to it. You just jump around and get to the end. We are now at the final boss encounter. What you're going to do here is the same as before, except this time Suppressor is going to suppress the guys that spawn in with radiation, and the Suppressor needs to be on their A game, because if you get to 10 radiation, you are dead, and these guys move rather quick. So you're going to go ahead, pick up the Suppressor like they are doing there. You're going to spawn in the guy. You're going to either let him destroy it, or you can destroy it, and then you can damage these guys. Now you need to do this 2 times before the buff spawns in. I've noticed it's basically kill 4 of these guys, the next buff will spawn in, which is Scanner. Scanner then goes to the 4 pillars on the map right there, the half pillar, the big pillars in the back, and it's numbered 1 through 4. You were looking for the one that pops white. So look at the radar as you're getting these. I'm trying to get away from the radiation, guys, because it is a pain in the ass to deal with. So it's neither of those 2 numbers. We get over to this one, it is going to be the number 1. Once you go and get that number, dunk your buff. Now you're looking for the operator buff. At this point, once these last 2 guys are dead, there will be no more radiation guys in this part that we are in at the moment. Then operator will spawn, your operator will pick up the buff and go and shoot 4 number 1s around the map. Now, keep in mind, you do want to do this in a timely manner, as the buff will kill you if you do not do it within a timely manner. So, keep that in mind. So, just get yourself familiar with the room. There's one, we've seen one, there's 3 on one side basically, and then another number 1 all the way over on the right-hand side. So, once that is all done, you then have to dunk your buff and then go down the elevator shafts to the lower levels. And I'm waiting. We're like, oh, which one did you shoot? Which one you didn't It's a pain in the ass to keep track of them, especially if since it's so new. But once you figure out where all of them are, you're pretty much good to go. So then we're going to jump down. You're going to follow the red lights. The red lights is the way to go. The door will open. Ignore the ads because the radiation guy is quick and he'll be up your ass in a heartbeat. Once you are in this room, all three buffs will be present. Suppressor grabs suppressor, scanner grabs scanner, operator grabs operator. There is no special things you have to do in here like you did in the other room. The only thing really that is the main mechanic in here is suppressor and operator. Suppressor needs to go ahead and kill the stupid ass nuclear guys while the operator goes around and shoots the panels around the map, forcing the doors to shut. This will then spawn in multiple copies of the puppet, and again, scanner is going to go around scanning each one of these guys by getting close to them. Whichever guy it is, it will make it a white dot on the map. Once you figure that out, dunk your respected buffs, kill the guy. You know, the operator at that point has probably already killed the guy, and you're going to run here and then dunk the nuke. Once the nuke is dunked, you repeat the step again. You go to another room, which will open up behind where the guy is standing, which is the puppet master. Master of puppets! So, do this 2 times, and then it will be damage phase. Okay, this is the second time we dunked the ball. Now we're going to go to damage phase. Just run back up top, basically the way you came in the first time. So, doors open. Do not go out the door where he was standing. You want to go out the top door as it will bring you to the said boss arena. It will have a teleporter up here. It's really simple. Don't get twisted. You can go the other way, but it takes longer because you'll just end up in the same place. But I'm staying behind as I'm trying to get my missile barrage loaded. Now in this boss fight, we're using Thunder. One is using Thunderlord, and me and the other person are using the Grand Overture. Now the issue I had with my Grand Overture is I ran out of ammo, and all the rockets kind of don't really track, and you got to be careful because the anomaly will kill you, which is the lightning mechanic. One of the stupidest mechanics in the whole dungeon. The color needs to be changed. Honestly, it's really hard as it blends in with the background of the boss. Now, there's a spot you can go jump up into, but it's not that good as it will just sit there and you'll still get shot by ads. You won't get shot by the lightning, but you'll get shot by ads. Take a second to figure out the lightning pattern. The lightning pattern does not change. It's going to basically spawn in the front the very first time, and then the sides, and then all around. And then, eventually, the whole map will be covered in it, and you're kind of fucked, because we had that happen. But you're going to want to just keep on hitting and hitting and hitting. You're then going to kill one of his clones, which will spawn a nuclear core. This will then extend your damage phase. As you can tell, we're doing minimal damage. This guy's got a lot of fucking health. So, just rinse and repeat at this particular stage. Once the damage is done, you're going to go to the donut plate, which is spawning the lightning on it. Jump back down. Repeat step 1 and 2 again. Rinse, repeat until boss is dead. That is pretty much the whole dungeon, guys. But if you guys want to stick around and watch the rest of the dungeon, go right ahead. But that is it for the video. If you guys have any questions about this dungeon, let me know down below. I'll answer them as the best I can. And if you guys want to get a run-in with me and one other person, I highly recommend joining my Discord. I have a new link on one of the other videos. I will then transfer onto this. Please let me know if it works. To join, you don't need a mic, but you do need to be able to hear me. And particularly, I prefer if you were, 17 and up to join us, but I digress. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe to the channel for the love of God. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video, Guardians. Peace.